Right, we're just going to look at our posture and our balance. So, stand with your feet hip width apart. Make sure your toes are on a level with each other, not one slightly ahead of the other. And just have a think about your feet and your ankles, the position of your ankles. If you roll your ankles in, you will see that your knees have rolled in, and then as soon as you bend your knees are going to roll in as well, putting a strain on all this part of you. So we need to pull the ankles away from each other, not so much that you've opened out in this position, but just so you're in the midpoint. So just roll them in, roll them out again, and roll them in. It's a very good exercise for the ankles, but it also helps you feel where the mid position is. So settle yourself down where you believe the mid position is, and then have a little think about your weight distribution. So are you sort of shifted over to one side, or maybe you tend to shift your weight forward onto your toes or back a bit on your heels. So if you can, close your eyes and just have a think about where the weight is. Just gently ease the weight forward, sideways, back and front until you get to the middle, and where your weight you feel is evenly distributed through both feet. Remembering to keep those ankles pulled away from each other. And then think about pulling up through the thighs, pulling up your pelvic floor muscles up, your abdominal muscles in and up. Lift your ribs up out of the waist. And the only part of you that can't lift up is your shoulders, because we spend an awful lot of time hunched over iPads, telephones or whatever, so don't lift the shoulders up. We hold a lot of tension there as well. So pull the shoulders down, pull them away from your ears. And your middle finger should end up somewhere sort of the middle of your side of your thigh if your shoulders are in the correct position. So, as I say, relax those shoulders, pull them back, pull them down, and now think about the position of the head. Not poking your chin forward, not shifting it back. Crown of the head towards the ceiling, lovely and tall, pulled in, stretched up. Okay, so let's go back down to the feet. And if you bend your knees now, because you've hopefully got your ankles in the correct position, your knees should go directly towards your toes. So if your ankles are in the correct position, your knees won't be able to go in towards each other. So just have your knees not completely straight and locked, not bent, somewhere in the middle. And you're ready to go now. So let's think again about the ankles. Let's just think of your feet and ankles. So you're just going to lift the heel of the foot off the floor. So you're onto the ball of the foot and you're pushing the front of that foot well forward. So feeling a stretch in your ankles and your feet, and then do the same the other side and still keep this beautiful posture. And now you're going to switch from side to side, really working those feet, really making them do all the work for you. Now you feel that in order to do this, you've got to work your abdominal muscles. You've got to pull them in. You've got to tighten all these muscles in your bottom to help keep you supported and stop you from falling over, basically. Okay, so these ankles are getting a bit loosened up now. And before we go into the more of the challenging balance stuff, let's have a little look at the middle part of our body. So when you're standing properly, your abdominals should be holding everything in. You need to tuck your bottom under, but not so far that you've tucked your tail under, your coccyx under, and not hollowing your back so you've stuck your bottom out. These are the extremes. But you need to gently mobilize your pelvis, pulling it under, hollowing your back, using the abdominal muscles as you pull under. And when you pull under, you're tightening all these muscles, you're tightening your pelvic floor, you're tightening your abdominals, you're pulling everything up. Then you sort of release it all as you let your bottom stick out and your back hollows. And then you're going to bring yourself back to the middle. So back to the middle, beautiful standing position, and you hold it like this. So now we're going to just raise ourselves up on the toes. Just move back so I don't disappear out of the picture. So raise yourself up onto your toes. And as you're doing this, feel all the work happening around your middle. Feel these muscles in your bottom, very important for stability, and also your muscles in your legs and ankles. Everything is really working hard now, and slowly lower down. And just take the arms out to the side with you as you go. Keep pulling in and lower down. Once again, remember you're not lifting your shoulders, you're keeping your shoulders down and away from your ears. How long can you hold this for? Feel everything working through your middle, through the bottom, through the legs. Keep breathing and come down. And then just take the weight off your right leg. Try not to shift all the weight onto the other leg because that's what will happen. So keep your shoulders over your hips. Keep working all of this around here. Keep working these supporting leg muscles and just hold that leg. Now can you take the arms out to the side and just bring them in. Take them out and bring everything down again. And let's do the same the other side. Lift that leg. Height doesn't matter. What we're going for is strengthening all these muscles, getting you used to using your balance. Arms out to the side. Bring the arms into shoulder level. Take the arms out again. Are you still breathing? And lower everything down. Give your shoulders a little bit of a roll. And let's do that again. This time you're going to take the arms out with the legs straight away. And you're just going to straighten that leg from the knee. Nice and slow and controlled. Keep pulling in and pulling up and tightening where you should be. And then change over and do the same the other side. The slower you do it, the more of a challenge it is. I'm struggling here. Keep pulling up, keep pulling in, and lower the leg down. Just let the knees bend. Bring your feet together. Just let them bend. Don't lose your posture. Just softening the knees, keeping the heels down, keeping the heels down. So you should be nicely pulled under and pulled in and pulled up. Just bend the knees again, and now just lift the heels off. Try and pull these inside leg muscles together, tighten everything, pull everything up. Don't shift your pelvis underneath. Keep everything in that neutral position. Lower the heels, straighten the knees. Once again, bend the knees, heels come off, and hold it. And come down again. Now just take the heels together and take the toes out. Keep these inside leg muscles squeezing towards each other. Keep this beautiful posture. Now you're going to open, push the knees down towards the toes. Keep pulling up. Keep the heels together. And you're going to come, straighten the knees, come back, squeeze everything together. Keep this posture where it should be. Bend again. Now you're going to take the heels off. And you're just going to hold it. Just hold it and hold it. Keep holding it. Just feel every time you wobble, just tighten up just this little bit more. Now as you bring the heels down, push the heels together, squeeze those inside leg muscles together and straighten your knees. And one more of these. So bend the knees, heels off, keep holding that posture. Just lift the arms, take them overhead. Out you go again. Keep holding that position. Arms forward, arms up, arms out, and arms down. Okay, heels together, inside leg muscles together, squeeze everything together, and just give your legs a shake. And I think it's time to progress to something else now. Thank you.